Hey, there we go. All right. Everybody good there? Wow, that was interesting. We had why is my mic peaking? I don't know why my mic is peaking. That was interesting. Computer just to reboot like 5 minutes before the stream. That was awful nice of it, wasn't it? So, we're back on a Saturday working on the Leafcoats. Hopefully everybody's had a good week. Since Wednesday, we were around on Wednesday doing a Wandering Village stream, but we're back doing the Leafcoats. Hopefully, we'll wrap it up tonight. We will see. We're gonna try. I think my settings. I think I turned my volume down a bit. There you go. Okay. Can I see all of the chats? I can see some chats. I can see other chats. We're going to hope they work. If anybody, for any reason, chats and I can't see it, let me know. We don't want the same thing to happen that happened in the Wandering Village stream where YouTube messed up part of the way and then everything went downhill from there. Let's see. Last time we left off, we were building our big aqueduct out of here, basically, to pull the bad water out, and then we're going to come over and we're going to cap this one. Are there any other bad water areas on the map? I want to say no, but we'll double check. Ah, yes, we're pulling stuff from here, and then we are capping this one. So hopefully that's what we get to tonight. What else were we working on? I think we had some storage towers going here. We're low on logs, as I recall last time. We might have to cut down some trees. Our food is okay. We need more apples, it looks like. We need more fermented chestnuts. Dandelions are low. Do we not have anybody in the dandelions and the chestnut area? There we go. We've got a drought coming up. What are all these? This is all dirt. Okay. Well, they got to demolish all of that. There we go. So, I don't know how much of this will get leveled out, but we're going to try and do as much as we possibly can. What did we get? These are some mud pits. We need dirt for these. Why are they not getting dirt? Maybe I could build storage? Is my storage already full for dirt? No. Maybe they're just waking up and getting stuff done. We have a ton of berries. That makes up most of our food, it looks like. We might have to just build a better food area. But we've got to get these done first, I believe. And since they don't use pipes, they're going to have to walk out there to do it. How's my population? 84, 4, and I got 4 beavers that aren't doing anything. That's why I built a builder's hut last time. Makes sense, right? Let's see. What else are we... We've got to build these bridges in. We've got a plaza, which we haven't even started. Okay, they're getting the blocks there. What are you? What are you supposed to be doing? Chestnuts. We have chestnuts. Do we just not have anybody in either of these to... No. Planks. There we go. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. We're picking up where we left off from last time. Like we're a little low on various things, but maybe this time it'll get better. Do I still have a lot of these left to cut? Yeah, some of them. I think I need to take these off a cut, because I don't want them to be cut down once they're good. Back to good on all of these. Back to good on all of those. There we go. Oh, I missed some. There we go. They can cut down more trees if they want to. I think we're just low on lumber in general. Because we definitely have enough storage for all of the stuff that we've got. We just don't have anything being built. Feels like I need more logs. What are these? Chestnuts, apples, grapes. I got water, I got food. Well, for the most part, I have food. Let's see. Can either of them... Nope. Gonna unmark those. That way they'll just come out there and replace them on their own. Plant dead trees not marked for cutting. There we go. We'll get that. Oh, there we go. Some dirt there, some dirt there, some dirt there, there, and there. And that should complete our tunnel outward. So we shouldn't get bad water from this anymore. Hopefully with the dam there, we won't get it from there or there. This should all be good water after this. We don't have a ton stored up, but we do have some. Let's see. We have 22k worth of science. Good grief. Let's get some floor paneling. Not that I need floor paneling for anything, but hey, why not, right? Let's just start unlocking stuff. Bridges. Buy all the stuff until we're down to, I don't know, 4 or 5k maybe. Triple platform. I still don't have a triple platform. I'm this far in and I don't have a triple platform. That's terrible. Overhangs. Never know when you might need these. 1,000. 2,000. I don't think we'll need the metal platforms, but why not, right? Another one. What's that one look like? With ladder. Huh, neat. Okay. Wind has just been absolutely dead lately. Do. I wonder if I should just build a tree solely for power. I think I was going to do that at one point. This one is for some extra beavers. Do. Extra power. Want to put a power tree over here, maybe? They've just got such a big project right here. I have 9 beavers, though. I could... I'll just put another one here. We'll say that's a bit more important so that we can get some people going there. There we go. Yeah, I've been looking forward to coming back and trying to finish this. We'll see what we still have left. We have 9.8k, but we're not making a ton of extra power here. What would a power tree look like? Windmills probably all the way up. We'd need something else at the base. We'd put a large windmill at top. I mean, we could do that at some of these. Generate a little bit of power here and there. This one looks like it could use a whole nother section of this. So that's the zip line. If I do a storage here, I think another problem I've got is I'm just low on trees. Maybe I should look into getting more trees. Let's do that one. And yeah, we'll have to kill off some more trees, but that's okay. If I were to, say, put a ladder right there, maybe they can get to more stuff if I did that. Alright, well, we'll just keep an eye on food. Here we go. I think this is what's taking all the beaver power at the moment. We want 5 there. Let's say that's another important one, and we'll get even more builders going. Yeah, these definitely don't usually seem to put out the 250 they claim to put out. Most of the time, they seem to be putting out about 100. Large windmill, that goes on the top. Gravity battery. These are the regular windmills. I could definitely put some in over here somewhere. Couple of trees here and there. We'll just live with what we get. Because they've got plenty of things to build. In fact, I don't know why they're not building that. I do need a bot tree, I think. What do the bots run on in this? Refinery, part factory, charging. So do I have to have both? Do bots work on both? Let's finish this. At least I think we're safe if any bad water comes through. Well, unless we're talking there. We might want to get those done. In fact, at least that much should be the highest of priority. And then we'll say these can all be fairly high priority. That's coming in. I don't have a ton of haulers. I think that might be part of the problem, too. I could definitely just build a hauling post. Where's the hauling posts? Let's do that. Builders, hauling post. There we go. We'll say that's kind of important. And that should fix the rest of our beavers. I don't know why I have 13 that are contaminated, though. That's weird. Very well. Well-being. What do they use? They use the antidote, right? Yeah. How's this doing? Oh, when you set them to build, just one thing, they do all right on the timing, but swore I put hauling post in here somewhere. Is that you? Yeah, you are full. We'll say that this is low, but we'll fill it with whoever else we get. We got planks. If the wind would pick up, that would sure be nice. Good. Made that one and that one a little short, but it's okay. It should still contain what we need. There's some dirt getting brought over. We could come over here and build sort of a lock system. Or maybe this right here. It's either that or this one, and this one seems like the better idea. Let's head out that way. There we go. We'll do this. And then... is that under power? Well, interesting. Power levee tunnel. Power levee. I need a power dam. There we go. Do a little bit of... nope. Can I afford this? Yeah, but I don't have the stuff to do it. So we're just going to do this. They can work on that whenever they are able to work on that. Now that they're almost done with the spot over here, they should be okay. We've got a couple more trees in. I could come up here and grab all these trees. How dare I? Hey, Death. How's it going? What's the wind at? 192 of 200. Yeah. I do kind of feel like I need a power tree, but then I need a way to connect them in. If there were ever a faction that needed power lines, it would be this. To get you the... there you go. Thank you for the hydrate. The tea is good tonight. Live, love. Live, laugh, love. You hang that sign in your house. It's your main motto. We don't run out. Yeah. I hope so too. Let's see. Let's get that done. So these guys can come down here and finish those off. It happens. Unmarked cutting trees. We don't need to cut any of those or those. Those. Any of those or those. Those or that. We're just going to take those out of there so they'll replace them ourselves. There we go. Also, can you get farther now? No. We'll return these so they can be cut down for extra trees. There you go. Alright. Did we finish this? So close. Is that one? Yes, that's one. I'm hoping that doesn't block. That might block that. I do want to go down and make sure that they've got... Okay, they do have all of this in there. These guys are pulling in water. Yes, they are. Good. It's doing fine. Since I deleted most of my mods. I got the ones that end with the one... Yeah, it does help to have the 1.0 if you're playing the 1.0. Just something I noticed. We'll take that out of there. Let's do that. And all of those. Ladder mod. I think the ladder mod works with just about everything. Almost all the time. There we go. Alright. Now that they're stuck waiting on that. All but vanilla. True. Okay, I gotta get rid of all of this bad water somehow. Why is that not being built? There's... Literally has everything. It's just not being built. Okay. Yeah, we've got to figure out a way to get some power to all these different trees. And it might just be a road across all the top of it, which looks a bit weird, but not much we can do with it. You can do the maps with reactor cores. It ought to be interesting. I have an idea for something I want to do, but I kind of want to toss it out to YouTube and Twitch first to see what they think about it as soon as I decide if I'm going to do it or not. They're scattered, random, and randomly go off. Well, that'll make it fun. Beaver is injured. Beaver is contaminated. Good. Well, not good, but at least we know what's going on there. Did they really not reach the last two? Yeah, that's what happened. Overhangs. I have every size overhang now. That will finish those. Really think on the... Well, I'm hoping so. I mean, some dynamicness to the maps isn't a bad thing. Hey, we have our swimming pool finally. Those, all those, all these. Oh, look at this. We got mangroves. Is that these guys over here? Yeah, they're working on all of those. That's fine. We're doing more land leveling, it seems, first off. Clear out all this. Don't need those. Alright, they're finishing up that. That should bring us in a couple more trees. There we go. You're almost out of stuff to do. Pause you. How are we doing metal-wise? We need metal. Alright, well, we've got metal there. Alright, that will finish that. They're working on finishing all of these. Those can go. Those all can go. Oops. Don't kill those. Since they... You just choose... Would they be considered elf beavers? I don't know. I think I posed the question before. Would a beaver that loves trees instead of wants to knock them down, would that be more beaver or less beaver? Oh, look at this. They've got that done. That's what all the explodey things were. You say, you know, it's pretty close. I mean, their apartments are in trees. They seem to want to protect the forest instead of cut it down. Yeah, maybe. I could definitely see that being the case. Food is doing alright. Food is coming back. Logs, not so great. I feel like I need another one of these in here. I need storage, though. Storage... Pile? Oh, small pile? Yeah, there we go. That'll work. And I don't think I can build on top of this. No, I can build that, but that won't do me any good. Know about overcrowding with trees and have to cut them down. Yeah, well. I'm a modern elf. What are they all building? They gotta be building something, right? Alright, let's find one and we'll follow and see what he's building. Oh, that's what he's building. What do we got? Metal blocks, treated planks, gears. Where's my metal blocks? You know what? I could probably pause you. We'll have to put in some tree pieces here. That. Suppose I could do a storage here too. There we go. Oh, a realist hero. We built a kingdom. They always have the strangest names these days. Will that block a door? Nope, that's not going to block a door. That won't block a door. And we'll put another one of you on there. That'll be the most powered tower there is around. Storage. Are they able to get... How do they... How am I going to get them up to the other side? I'm going to tell them to put in a ladder. But I kind of wonder That'll block that off. Yeah, it will. Well, we might have to do something different here. Hydrate. Another one. Works for me. Let's go with storage. More storage. There we go. Piles. Another one of these. Oh, I probably need a ladder. Which side does not have? I thought you were on the top. You are on the top. There. And then we can do another one here. And then we can put one here. There we go. Another power source. This we might just have to take down for a minute, as there does not seem to be enough power for it. So let's do this. That goes up, and then we'll do an observatory on there. Let's get that built so they can finish that off. Plenty of food, plenty of water. Food has doubled since I started. That's nice. Maybe I'll build the food stuff in this area. We'll do a power tower for the food. The other ones might have to bear on its own. And then we can build a metal thing over that. Maybe we eventually rebuild this onto this mine and set maybe a bot tower over here. Yeah, get some mud over here, please. What are they blowing up over here? Like just about everything. Morning, Kudzen. How goes your day? Oh, they're blowing this stuff up, I see. Okay, they can blow that stuff up. That's fine. I usually wait till after 1 hour before I stretch. Like an hour after you wake up, or? I don't know why that's been demolishing for like the entire time we've had this. YouTube is work. Yes, it didn't. Oh. It did not stretch. Did not show me that. Oh. Yeah, I could probably use that. I've been sitting here all day. I've been recording for the White Paw colony, but I've not got up much, so yeah, a little tired. Would probably use some time to move around a bit, but I will be okay. What is this? Lumber press. So this can also be logs going out. Small pile. You can be logs going out. Oh, good selected. You can be for those going out. You can be for those coming in. Those coming in. But I usually have all day tomorrow, which is Sunday for me, to get stuff done, but unfortunately, I don't have that this week. Because I got stuff going on that I got to get taken care of. So... I had to work more than I planned to, I guess you could say. How's this doing? This isn't bad. A week to be produced and a week to be checked and repaired. Oh. Boss has no time management skills. I don't find too many managers with time management skills anymore. It's a rare thing. Project delivered on the 20th of the month when the parts need 13 days to arrive and 2 days to assemble. So 15 days out of the gate. And he's giving you 20. That's gotta suck. Come up here and try and take those trees too. A week to be produced and a week to be checked and repaired. Ah, yeah, one of those kind of things. Trees. Cut those. Those are good. Those are good. Yep, that's all fine. You guys get to those? Yeah. In the 11 days. Ugh. Yeah. I've worked for those kind of bosses before. I don't think they quite understand how time works. And again, like I said, it's a rare quality these days that people seem to understand how time works in general. It's a very, very rare quality. Minimum required 20 to 39 days. You know what? Before I put that in there, let's do... I need the powered levee, I believe. So that I can go... Yep, right there. Destroy those. We'll come back after they've destroyed all of that. Project has sit on his desk since September 5th, and he's just now telling you? Ugh, that always sucks. Let's get them. Go pick up all that stuff. There we go. Do I need... I still have some beavers. I could pick up these at least, right? Industry. Where's the metal? The metal. Ah, scavenger. They remind me to pause this tree when the bad tide comes in. That way we don't lose this much. Yeah, I got handed one of those this week too, though. Somebody was supposed to do it, they didn't. And then they went on vacation and it just sat in his queue, and he's been on vacation for a while, so it's like, well, here, you do it. You get it done. It's like, well, thanks, I guess. 6. First snow will be falling on the 10th, and we need to show the customer the prototype this year. Oh. I'm glad we don't do anything on the snow schedule. We would be horribly out of luck then. of this. Stairs is 5, ladder is 6. We're doing stairs. Cut trees. All of these. Nothing there. Start you. Nothing there. Clear you. It won't work. Great in the snow. We need to have it demonstrated last month. Oh, that sucks. Ugh, landscaping. Where's my terrain blocks? Let's just fill in some terrain here. There we go. We'll see what we can get to there. Nothing to do in range. Oh, you're done. You're done. Nothing to do in range. Oh, you two are done. Okay. 10 beavers. Let's get a couple more here. Can we get to the top of this thing without ladders? Probably, but I don't see how. So, we're just going to make our own path. We could take those over there, but we'll take the direct path. Get all this metal first. Tea. This is good tea. Is admittingly really good tea this evening. Brand new, just made. What is this? What do I need here? Treated planks. I have no pine resin. Where's all my pine resin? I don't have any place for pine resin. Starting to get logs finally. I'm sure not getting... unmarked cutting those, please. Please. Turn off. Where's the lumberjacks that are cutting these down? There we go. We'll save those for pruning. Nothing in this area anymore. That can go. Don't need a striped tunnel. Pause this for a second. What? Okay, this is supposed to... Oh. Okay, it decided it just didn't want to be that way. Okay. Close above contamination. You're supposed to be... Close... There we go. So the center is all contaminated anyway. We'll just... I guess leave it for this 5 days. There we go. It's all pouring out now. Yay, it worked. And since these aren't connected to the ground, none of this is contaminated. It all worked. I think we can last 5 days on 4,500 water. Hopefully we don't get a bunch of sick beavers going down there. Cut trees. All that's gotta go. All this we don't need anymore. Hey, there we go. We're in. How deep is this? One deep. Oh, there's stairs there. Question is, how do I get there? You know what? Cancel that. We'll do this. Since we need people to work in the bad water rig, let's do... Well, why don't we just do... No, that won't work. Housing. Double housing unit? Can they go in the side there? Yeah, that'll work. Then they can get down into there, and we don't have to worry about bad water anymore. Well, we'll get an extract for whatever that does for us. We've got that, and then we need storage, large tank, a couple of large tanks for the bad water. I guess that's technically extract. I don't know of a way to get bad water, because they don't have a... Do they have a bad water pump? No. It's a long way to go. Alright, how are we doing building-wise? This is back up. This is going. They have a mod to add that and explosives. I could see why. The loosened dirt is a really cool idea, but it has its downsides too. If it just left the piles of dirt, then it would be okay. It would probably be better, but since it doesn't, it's arguably not as good sometimes. Let's do metal, 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 metal. There we go. We should have plenty of metal. Loose dirt, but the other one vaporizes it. Yeah, but you gotta have the extract to vaporize it. Which... we should be getting here soon. Hopefully, injury is 1.5. Ugh. Okay, well. At some point, we'll have to get bots, right? That will need power. Oh, does it need power? 500 H. It does need power. Well, crap. Okay. Well, we'll do one large tank then, and then we'll do power. Windmill. 2 windmills. In fact, let's do 3. And then we'll do gravity batteries off the top. And we can put our... Where is zip lines? There it is. Zipline station. Right there. I could build it directly on top, but if I ever want to do anything else with this tree, that kind of... Oh yeah, it'll be extremely expensive, but hopefully it'll work out. Is there somebody still in here? Yeah, let's pause that. Zipline tree attachment. I mean, that's what those are. We need a power line version of this. They're doing better. Not great, but better. Another one of those. One windmill, 2 windmills, 3 windmills. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Don't know when to stop counting. Okay. And then I still have to figure out how to get up here, and that'll be fun. In fact, let's see if we can just figure it out now. We'll do 2, and then overhang. That goes to the right place. Take this, we come up and around here. I do a ladder. Any ladders up the sides of this? Yeah, I can. Nope, I want the path. There we go. Alright, that should do there. Nikola Tesla power machine. You know, he did like pulling power out of thin air, so I mean, that could definitely be part of it. My pine resin stinks. Also, at some point, is this the only water that's down here? Is it just producing a ridiculous amount of water? It kind of feels like it. But we might just tunnel out one way and do bad water that way, good water this way. It was wireless power transmission. Yeah. I thought he also had some kind of power station that he wanted to do. Turn that back on. Alright, that transitioned properly. We are getting extract. We have plenty of extra power. Did build AC power stations. Yeah, I remember something to the effect of him and Edison were going back and forth for all of that. No power. Nice. You know what? We're going to take this out of there. I don't think we need this. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this extra power from the dam, but whatever. They're still neat. I mean, I got one right here that's providing all of 5 power. How do you feel about Leafcoats? I mean, I like them. They could still use a little work here and there, but for the most part, it's been really fun. I'm going to put you right there. Well, I'm going to wait until I get those last 2 pine resins. ECDC. Came from the back of a sewing machine. Let's see. Or at least that's what their story is. I've got lots of chestnuts there. My favorite looking sewing machine. That's footwork. Yeah. My mom, for the longest time, she might still have it, had a You guys not gonna cut those trees down? I guess not. Had like one of the bases with the foot thing that still worked, but I think I got my finger caught in it a couple of times, and it was not pleasant. Because you know how kids are. They'll get down there and they'll try it and watch the wheel spin for a while and all that. Found that the Leafcoats didn't have much to do once I got past the whole tree killer situation. It's a great concept. I think it could be taken farther. Somewhere between how far the Ember Pelts were and how far the White Paws are would be great. There's a bunch of neat things. I can't sew. Last time I had to sew something, I had to ask my wife how to do it, so I wouldn't feel too bad about that. Did I get this in? Okay, I'm gonna need zip lines. Line with levee. That's a zip line station. That's not gonna do us much good. How far out can I put this thing? Out there. About there. Can I reach this zip line over here? Yes, I can. There we go. Beyonce knows it because they were in Scouts as a kid. Yeah. My wife is definitely more the do-it-yourself kind of person. She's very much an outdoor kind of lady. She grew up with the hunting and the fishing and sewing and all of that kind of stuff. A bit more tech tree. I really wish you could do a little bit more with the trees. Like, you can put the branch bridges on all of these, but you can't really build anything from them. I mean, I don't... Good question. You know what? Let's just try it real quick. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. I've got that back in there. And then if I were to say, can I build... No, I can't just, like, connect it in. So if you could have, like, branching trees that actually went out and did stuff, that would be cool. But these... I mean, they look like logs unless you put an observatory on top of them, and then they look like something else. So... Is there still bad water flowing out of this? No, there's not. Okay. Yeah, but if you could... You're right. If you could, like, designate some area up off the ground and... I don't know... build stuff onto them? I wonder. Here's another thing. If I do... that branch path... Oh, maybe it got taken out. I mentioned it on the Discord, but I think they just basically said that no, that's not really anything that you need. Maybe. Let me check. Oh, just branch. So if I were to... No, I can't put a branch there. So here's a question. Can I... Let's say I put these on here. It looks weird, but could I could do something like this and do an iron tree. It looks weird. But if there's something like that connected in, at least you could have multiple branches off of one tree instead of just having logs sticking out of the ground. single branch. It just makes an entrance, but the thing is, it automatically makes an entrance now, so it's kind of just a leftover. Hey, they're finally getting to this. Nice. Are these finally? They are finally. You can make a Y tree with the robotics factory? Let's see what that looks like. Bot part factory. I could kind of see that. Refinery. Refinery's just a refinery. I need another one of these, though, I think. And we'll put some pine in there. Water's doing okay. I could get a second tree in over here. I think they've got most of this taken care of. So, there's a water thing right here. I didn't even see that. Okay. Well, I don't want a water thing right there. So, how am I gonna deal with this? I really don't want to take it off the edge of the side of the map. But I might have to. Ah, good catch. I was slumped down. And I will get some more tea. Alright, what kind of ideas do we have for this? I could just box it in. Since I don't think we necessarily need it. That might be just what I do, is just box it in and say, no more from you. Yep. There was never a water source here. And then demolish those. Now the question is, are these all blockages? Or are they something else? Down to the bottom. This is the bottom of the map. This is level 0 right here. The map is built on the very foundation of it. That Kermit's Frog? It's Kinder Frog. He's the one that made the map. It's one of her maps. So she put her initials in there and a little frog. Because I don't really want to build... At some point, I definitely could build something here, but I don't want to. So we're just going to pretend like it doesn't exist. And then I'm going to put in... I sure wish that was draggable. It's not, but that's okay. And then we'll come in here. We'll do this. And we'll do water. Large water pump. Which, oddly enough, you have to enter on the second floor. Maybe we'll do that. We'll get 2 of them here. We'll get 2 of them facing the other way, though. How about like that? Then we can bridge them together. There we go. Now they can go back and forth. And I do this, and I take the path. Ah, there we go. That works. Grab another bridge and probably put a bridge on this side. Do I need to? I don't really need to. Storage. Large. There we go. And we're still going to have to make a tunnel to actually provide these guys with water. Loosen terrain. Tunnel. I'll take it. Yep. Tunnel right to there. Then we'll put a sluice in here. Tunnel from Frog Lake with a sluice. Yep, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to keep this filled, and we're going to use this as the major reservoir. Which means I might be able to get rid of this tree, which means I will have to redo my connections here, but that shouldn't be too bad. We can just put something on top of this way here. Nothing to do in range. That's a lie. There's a tree right there. Go get that tree. What are we waiting for here? Gears. I got all of one gear. In fact, does this... If I add you... Oh, yeah. Add connection to here. Alright, well... Once those get built... They don't need power, so once they get built... I can take this whole tree out. And that'll save this inside here. Evening. How's it going? Cut dead trees mod. I think I just have the Leafcoats and the Leafcoats only. Some poor beaver, whichever beaver blows that up right there, is just going to get a deluge of water, but they'll be okay. We need... No, we have plenty of dirt, that's for sure. Alright. We need to make our way over here as well so that we could get this capped up. So our main source of water, which will be here, doesn't get all corrupted. How's this going? 73 gears. Okay, well... That's that. At least this should be running all the time now. Do they get a debuff for cutting dead trees? As far as I know, it's any tree. And these are all dead. Let me put in a lumberjack and find out real quick. Cut trees. We'll only mark dead ones. That one was high priority, and they still built the other one first. Alright, well. Beavers are crazy. They're getting through those. What are they working on for this? Gears. Well, of course, gears. Is there an irrigation? No. Give me an irrigating tree so I can plant stuff around it. 'Cause the only option for irrigation right now is this, which I really should make another one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. Basically 14. That's what I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So here actually is where it needs to be. Let me grab these. Goes here. There we go. Wouldn't you be if you lived in a post-apocalyptic town that it changes every few days and you only live... You know what? That's fair. I can see your point there. Did I make that one too large? Yes, I did. There we go. And then we'll do another one of these. And another one of these. They do build that dirt pretty quick. How's this going? You know what? Let's say this is high priority for this drought coming in. So I don't need any of that anymore. Oh, it's on pause. Here I'm sitting wondering why it's not doing anything. It's because it's paused. Nope. Some terrain, all of this, all of this, all of this. Pollution, explosives, killer robots, screws, giant carnivorous fireflies. Yeah. I mean, that's only if you're a white paw. It's a little less dangerous for others. Does he have... Yeah, he has it. So, it is not just for live trees, it's for dead trees, too. Too bad. They're all gonna go, by the way, so... We'll do that. The allure of the One Ring. It's hard not to be tempted. That's the whole point of the ring, isn't it? I don't think either of these are going in before the end here. Which is too bad. What am I needing? Okay, so they got one left. So maybe, just maybe, we go up to 20 hours. Maybe they'll get it done. And let's plant trees while we're waiting. We need... what do we need? We got sticks and bark. Maybe we do a whole tree for just making sticks or making logs. Just get images of a healthy green garden like Sam got. Maybe. Nice pair of socks. They're working on the gears. Okay. Let's take all of these out of there. And then let's put a high importance sluice in there. And close 4-5 and close above contamination 1%. That's that. This needs done ASAP. I dream of financial stability. I think everybody dreams of that at some point. It's just a simple wish. Probably could have moved these over a couple, but it's okay. Drought started. I think I'm going to lose all my water out of here. Unless I get this in very quickly. They're almost done, hopefully. Yay! Okay. It's closed. It's closed. Why is that still going through? Is that some kind of weird bug? Yeah, it's gotta be some kind of bug. Dream of getting 8 hours of solid sleep without waking every 2 hours. Ah, those are lofty dreams. Very lofty dreams. It's closed. Is it still... Okay, the water's calmed down. Beautiful, wonderful dream. Bug? Is it a feature? Who knows? It's a good point. It looks like it's calmed down, though, so we'll take it as a bug. You know what? I'm going to pause this. And that way they can get over here and they can start building these. I need... What do I need? A lot of things I need. I dream I could actually sleep when I was I'm just rolling around. Ah, yes. I noticed on one point the trees sway in the wind. I did see that. The trees, the crops, everything has a little bit more motion. I can't wait to actually start it. So, since we've got a couple of people here... Maybe I will ask everybody's opinion, because I can't decide if this is something I want to do or if this wouldn't work. So, for a long time, I've been wanting to make a build and use a theme. I've wanted to do it for probably a couple of updates now. I've just never got around to doing it. There's a couple times I made like a pseudo theme. So something like that, but didn't go full into the theme. But there's a much, much, much bigger Timberborn person who kind of beat me to the punch and is doing a really cool build with a theme. And I don't feel like I would want to step on their style, because I think people would just be like, well, you're just copying that guy. But I've wanted to do it for a very, very long time. So I wanted to throw it out to you guys and find out, what do you think about that? I'm not trying to copy anyone. I had the idea a while ago, I just never did it. And more power to them, they did it first. I would just hate for everybody to think, oh, they're just copying this other person. Say, do what you want. Either people will like or hate. You know what? That's fair. That's 100% true. People will either like it, people will either hate it. That's a good way to look at it, I guess. Oh, here. I need to actually plant the things that I wanted to plant. Pine. Let's do a whole bunch of pine. Pine. Oak, eucalyptus. We'll come this way. Nope, we wouldn't think you're copying. Just do it. Okay. Well, there's 2 positives. I like that. Everyone is excited to go up Mount Everest, even though it's been done many... You know what? You make excellent points here. Making absolutely excellent points. Alright, well, then maybe we'll do that. I feel like I should continue up this tree as well. Now Everest is a mountain of poop, rubbish, and corpses. You know what? That's also true. I don't know what that says about content creation in general, but you got the spirit. What are they gonna do? Call copyright infringement? I don't think they would call copyright infringement, but I could definitely see a lot of people go, oh, you're just copying this person, and yeah, it's not really the case. Alright, so I think we need more gear places. Gear workshop. We got lumber. Can I do one on each side? Your videos would get a lot more engagement. You know, that's true. That's 100% fair. Would it be engagement that we'd want? I don't know, but you make a good point. See, this is why I like hanging out with you guys. You guys would at least tell me the truth. Truth-ish. Okay, fair enough. Truth-ish. Small warehouse. This is for gears going out. This is for planks coming in. Get another one of you. Yeah. You guys make good points. Alright. Maybe I'll make a tree just for putting logs together, since we should have... Do I need this much pine? I don't think I need that to be all pine. Alright. Then I think I know what I'm gonna do. Thank you. Sometimes the any publicity is taken too far, though. You know, you're not wrong. That is 100% correct. Where is industry? Tapper shack. Put a tapper shack right here. And then I want gatherer flags. We're gonna do trees. Let's do any chestnuts, maples. Do I need maples? Not really. Not at the present moment, at least. Oh, these guys are all done. The live streamers around cities. I've heard the two are in prison. Yeah, there's been some pretty terrible people that have done that. But I don't think I would be that bad. So this is just doing something that I've wanted to do for a while, but somebody beat me to it. So I hope they don't mind. They don't seem like the person that would mind that much, though. So, or at least their content doesn't seem like they would mind that much. What is this? Builder's huts. I need... Can I put a builder's hut here? No, I can't. Why not? I was talking about bad publicity thing. Yeah. Bad publicity can be rough sometimes, so... Let's do that. And I'm going to collapse these over onto this, so let's just do... restructure this and this. We're going to put you... I don't know why I can't put you there. Put you here? No. Am I missing a ladder, maybe? Seven buildings. Yeah, I need to get some more beavers. I also need to get these done so that I can be pulling in more water. This is a pile. We'll just put, I don't know, let's put logs in there. Beavers or bots? I do need to get to making some bots. That's for sure. Unconnected building? What building is unconnected? Oh. What the heck? Okay. Where's your entrance? Is your entrance on the top? Do I need a ladder to it? Did I accidentally block? No, it's on the top. Maybe I shouldn't have been able to build it if I didn't have a ladder to it, right? How did I get 40 planks in there if it wasn't connected? Anybody? Anybody got an idea there? Because I'm a bit confused. Did I literally just... I put it facing the wrong way. Okay. It's gonna be one of those. Nope, I just did something dumb. That's okay. That happens every once in a while. Luckily, we saved most of the stuff, so they can rebuild it. Transporter malfunction. That is the only way I can think of that they got that stuff in there, because I don't know how they got that in there otherwise. How's my metal block doing? Just fine. How are you doing? You're still throwing gears into the void. Which is fine. I want this stuff done again. No, hiccup. Nothing to do in range. Oh. Well, we have a ton of metal here to pick up. So, I'm not too worried about getting into the scavenger stuff yet. Here we go. Hydrate! One of these days, YouTube will let you do redeems and stuff. Won't that be nice? A small pile. What is this small pile for? This small pile is for you coming in. There we go. I want to take you, and will you now? Do not know why you do not wish to go up there. No ladder, maybe? Let's see if it's a ladder thing. Ladder. Yep, it's a ladder thing. Storage. Anything that I don't have a lot of storage for? Antidote. I could store antidote. Why not? Medium warehouse. There we go. And you are storing... Oh, is it a water? It might be a water. Antidote? Antidote. Yep, there we go. Now we'll have plenty of that. We'll do tree structures. Nope. You and you. You. Oh. Need the ladder. There we go. And we'll do that. And you can store extract. We don't really need to store anywhere, but I guess we'll store lubricant there. I'm not asking what's going on in that tree. Those can go there, and you can go... Giant storage for each resource, so I can build a buffer to see if the usage shortages are just because the storage is too small. It definitely could work that way. The storages here on this one are a little different because if you put a storage in the same like tree structure, they can pull directly from it anywhere. So sometimes it's like, do I want to put my storages here? I have a couple of trees that are just for storage, but that's like overflow storage. Alright, let's take those down. Let's say that those are good. These are good. I do need to remove this tree, though. Take you out of there, take you out of there. You connect to here. That can go. That can go. Empty the water out of here. Empty the water out of here. And then this should stay nice and full. The wood isn't creaking in that tree for sure. Yeah. Definitely true. Large wind power like the ones Leafcoats. I would like a better wind power on the folktales. That is definitely true. Going out. You got nothing to do. The wind just seems so unreliable all the time. Giant windmill. That would be nice. Did this get done? It did get done. Look at that. All right. No bad water there. We'll take care of this. No bad water coming from there. No bad water coming from here. Unlimited wind mod. I've seen that a couple of times. It's very tempting. It is very, very tempting. Overbuild. I play. I need lots of gravity battery. Yeah. The gravity batteries are a good idea. I just wish they'd incorporate the flywheels into the main game. They're just much better. Much more useful. We're almost done with that one. There's nobody in this one, which is good. That's what we want. Let's make some shovels, because we need a couple. And that should mean that other than this source right here, we've taken care of bad water, which is great. It's what we wanted to do. Gravity batteries, they can be. And really, they're super easy to cheese. You just build a giant tower and put one at the top of it. What's the difference of just letting us put a flywheel in? It doesn't seem that much different to me. I don't know. Hey, look at this. I don't need this path. I don't need this path. For this, what is in here? Logs? You can be logs going out. You can also be logs going out. Logs going out. There you go. There's not really much point of having this path in there. Or this path. We'll just get a couple more trees. There you go. Open this one back up. Dancing beavers. I mean, they kind of make sense on the Leafcoats, because they build these giant towers. They make sense there, but still, you could just as easily put one right here in the middle and just let it charge up. So maybe that's me. Everyone is different. Yeah. Yeah, play how you want. That's the whole purpose. These guys are done. Man, they went through that metal quick. This tower's doing okay. Is this the... That's the wood workshop. Lumber mill. This is the lumber press. It needs pine resin too. So... what do I need in the way of bark and branches? Cool decoration is treetop for the top of the buildings. Yeah, it would be cool if we could actually get something other than, you know, giant log. Those new steam vents look amazing. I'm gonna have to see them. I've just barely played anything with the 1.0. But as I said, I've at least got an idea. Like a roof, but treetop. It would be cool if they just had some foliage up there. It's like a... maybe that could be one of their monuments? In fact, speaking of which... I could do... a monument. Maybe here? We'd have to put a ladder or something up there, but that's okay. They're fine with that. I don't even have the trees for it right now. But yeah, that would make a good, like, special, like, whatever the ending thing is. Or maybe a Fountain of Joy level one? Yeah, we'll do that. Do a tribute to ingenuity. It does kind of fit on the top of one of these. Requires 600. Could always move my science off of it and put it somewhere else. We could do science over here, since this seems to be kind of the work building. What is this? That's antidote, logs, maple syrup. A little bit of extra water never hurt. And then power. 2 of those. Gravity batteries. Nope, not that one. That one, that one, that one, that one. Ladders. One there. One there. Storage. This one is on the bottom, so it goes on this side. This one's on the top, so it goes on this side. The other two, it doesn't matter, so we'll do maybe one of these here. One of these here. And then we'll move this over to here. There we go. Water. Other favorite things to listen to audiobooks. You've told me, how have your audiobooks been lately? Nothing to do in range. Okay, you guys are done already. Let's see. Need a tree. A tree that just makes trees is what I need. Which might be what goes over at the end of this path. And then maybe I will do a tree that makes bots on top of this mountain. I want to say this is super low priority. Yeah, they got that in. That's fine. We got that. We've got plenty of extra power. We've got gears coming in. Sort of. Maybe. We need pine resin for the wood workshop. This should contain our water for the longest time. Alright, here's an idea I was thinking about for the Leafcoats. Since you don't want to knock down trees, let us make the trees kind of like you do with the brambles and some of that other stuff. Let us make a path that just goes right underneath trees. That way, eventually, you wouldn't have to take them out at all, and all your paths would be covered in trees as well. Does that make sense? Hopefully that made some sense. I gotta get over here, and we've got 2. Landscaping. Tunnel. I'm gonna tunnel that out. Tunnel this. Tunnel that. And then we're going to have to build on top of it. This way. That way. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Although, I have no idea. I'm going to look at something real quick. What is strength 8? Is that the same as normal? Or is it just a super strong water source? 4. It's a double strong water source. That's why it's so weird. That's kind of what I thought. So we'll just do this. Wrap that in there. That can go there. This can go here, and we'll put a top over it. Once we can get down in there. Normal is 1 to 2. Oh! Well, that's why this fills up so quickly. It's 8 times the strength of a normal one. Yeah, I have 16 extra beavers. Nice. Oh, I think that's because I rebuilt all of these, and I didn't fill them to capacity. There's 15, 14... There we go. The 4 times 8, yeah. Most water sources are actual 1 to 2, so that would be 8 source blocks. Yeah, that... I'm hoping covering it up doesn't, like, greatly reduce the amount of water it puts out. If it does, we'll figure it out. We'll just go through and redo it. Not a big deal. Definitely not the end of the world. But I'm definitely going to put a tree here to make trees. A whole bunch of the lumber presses. Oh, this is connected. Nice. Add connection. There. What do I need? No good selected. Oh, those were just the random ones. I don't know. Put pine stuff in there. And over here, I don't care. Scrap metal, sure. They can both be going out so that they're never a priority. There we go. All right, night, Death. Another map made by the Beaver and Heights. There was a cluster of water sources in one spot with a combined 40 strength. Holy cow. That will, that'll pump out some water for sure. Alright, how much time do these have? They've got a little bit of time. I'll find out if we need more or less from this. What are we doing on the dandelions? A bit low. I could put a little field of dandelions over here. Once this is done, that all has to go. Oh, they must be out of stuff to do. I feel like there should just be a dirt tree. No, that won't help. I want those dirts out of there. We'll have to do this. Can I put just a ladder in there? Then maybe they can pull those in? Not 100% sure. Same thing here. We could definitely do some decoration, though, around the edge, I guess. Hedge. There you go. Hedge. Yeah, I like that. Alright, let's take a look. Once that's done, we'll redo this. What do I need for 12K? I don't even have 12K, so we'll come back to that. We'll build another one of these, though, first. There we go. That can go up another one. This. Don't need that. Heck. There's something in there. What is preventing me from deleting this? Not 100% sure. The hole, keep out of my watering hole, but you're only allowed a 6-foot fence, so you plant a 12-foot tall living fence. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the deal. Oh, it's because this is in here, isn't it? There you go. Grab that, and then we'll take those out of there. What about... Let's look at the bots. We need pine for that. Maybe I should just... Ooh. The hedges are a different color. I like that. That's a nice color hedge. You know what? We're just going to do a ton of pine and just work with what we got. There we go. Pine resin is starting to come in. How's my extract? I'm not using a ton of extract, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's go ahead and you guys can cut down the rest of the trees now that everything else is done there. And I need this, and that taken out so that I can come over here. We'll put in our ladders. Ladder. 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 You know what? Instead of those, let's go the other way and just go upwards from here. Path. This goes here. Over to here. Ladder here, ladder here, ladder here. There we go. We have to pause that one so that they can get through there and get all that out of there. Then we will put a sluice next to this. Sluice. There we go. Wasn't there that lawyer that raised the ground height boundary 6 foot and then put a 6-foot fence on top to get his 12-foot privacy wanted? The HOA limited fences 6 foot. It sounds like both something a lawyer and an HOA would do. I've never had great luck with them, so I've only think I had to live in one once, and it was a very short time, so yeah. Add connection. There you go. Ease of getting around the map with Leafcoats. It's nice. Yeah, you don't have to touch the ground very often, that's for sure. Unless you've got something specific. There we go. They're also going to have to find a way to come down here. Let's do that and that. And oops, we'll grab this. They can build right into there. The next one is a drought, luckily, so we don't have to worry about bad tide. We should have plenty of water in this to get us through 6 days. Are they not connected in there? Is that what's going on? No. There should be... They should be able to get there. So why are they not taking the zip line? I do not know. Odd. To the construction area? I could. But I've got a decent amount of beavers heading over that way. There's that. We got plenty of metal. I'm wondering if I should get a zip line over to that. I think I will. This. I do that there. Zip line, you're going to connect to... Where do I need to put it to connect to that one? Okay, that one will connect if I put it there. And then, if I put one... Not there. There. And actually, that could probably just be a station, couldn't it? Yes. Their stations have 3 too. Neat. There we go. At least that'll get the metal in quicker. Not 100% sure why that one... It says it's connected. Why they're not using it specifically, but whatever. This is all dirt. Oh, I also need to go over the mountain, don't I? Over the mountain, through the hills. Grandma's house we go. How's that doing? They're 2 in. All right. I'll take it. Okay. That's good. Do I have 12K yet? Nope. We'll just leave the hours. Do 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 do. I've yet to see anybody use this line, and that I don't know why. Do I need to put a ladder on the other side to it? I shouldn't. Yeah, there's already something there. Man, look at all that water we got. I have plenty of chestnuts. Plenty of maple syrup. I have many dandelions. I guess I could do some dandelions over here. Let's do that. Plant crops. Oh, it's not a crop. It's yet another tree. That, and then pruning, gathering. One there, one there. That should be enough. There we go. We started off building kind of slow today, but I think it's come a ways. They're at all of this. Yeah, looking good. How are my... Those are fine. That's fine. That's good. Treated planks. I could do two more. I could do another treated plank thing on top here. What's my power overall? 680. When they all come back online, I want to see what they have. See what they're using, and if it's using too much, we'll go from there. Ah, there you go. They can all come get their own scrap now. Nice. I have all places filled up. I don't know if I even need you. I don't think we do. Nope. That can go. Claim those resources. Can you make the top of the Badwater Bypass Aqueduct entertainment district with wind tunnels? Possibly. Like over here? What kind of well-being stuff do I have? Oh, this one? Oh, you mean up... I see what you mean. Up here? Yeah, maybe. Well-being. Detailer. We don't have our detailers up yet. We could definitely put those up. 1,000 science points. Let's do that. So they can all come up here. And then... carousel. Wind tunnel. Medical beds. I never even unlocked the medical beds. We're just going to unlock them. Some medical beds. Just in case they ever get hurt. do my favorite thing and put all my emotes there. There we go. Shock. It's still one of my favorites. Love that one. Alright. There we go. Looks good. Now we can see them all running around with all of my emotes. We have a swimming pool. I don't know what the difference is. Is this just... I mean, we have some contemplation spots hanging off the side of trees. I could definitely put in a lot more if I wanted to. These, I guess we could just put opposite of this. There we go. So, can I build... Oh... There's a carousel topper. You would think the wind tunnel would be a topper right now. Only whom else I can select from at the moment. Is that all of them? Let's see, you got wave question. You got hard hat. Exhausted. So I don't have facepalm on there. That's okay. We facepalm a lot around here. We're just used to it. Yeah, I think it's facepalm and hard hat. Which hard hat is the, like, the channel symbol one. So eventually, if I ever get more emote slots, you'll get a facepalm. Which sounds weird on its own, but... We have just about every kind of food. Am I missing any of the foods? Nope. Garden. Maybe I could do another... I can't do a garden up here because they're 3x3. Carousel on the top of one of these would be pretty neat. But this one is already set up for... At work I am constantly resisting the double facepalm of complete... Yeah. I think that's a common thing anymore. Well, let's go ahead and look at bots. While we're around, I mean, we don't technically need them, but we'll toss something in for the bots. Put the refinery here. Why not? Bot pot. Bot part assembler. Okay, so you hang off the side of the tree pretty far. 2 different charge stations. And the unusual control tower. So I need... Not a bot assembler. Bot part factories. Let's get a base. What base should I use? I mean, I could use the Underground Ruins base. $4,000? That'd take up most of my science, but... I mean, to use it, I don't even think we'll get that in. Let's just grab one of these. Anything else that I can make a base? Storage, I guess. Conversation. You know, the 20th is in 13 days, and it took 13 days for the parts to arrive last time, but the engineer needs a week, and we need 2 days for assembly, so we're already short 2 weeks? Yeah? But don't worry about it. It'll come in on time, right? Do this station for the customers. Start booking the business trip. Mm-hmm. That sounds pretty normal. A universal what in the world is going on kind of deal. Work and supported living for people constantly face palming and stupid stuff other staff do. Yeah. Billing. Yeah. Anything medical billing related is always a nightmare. Just messed up. People do weird things and do things that they shouldn't and don't know what they're doing, and it does make it difficult. We've got all those up there. Wind gauge. I could put a wind gauge up, probably. Yeah. It always is harder that way. You know what? I'm just going to plant trees here. Whatever gets planted is great. Whatever doesn't, we'll take back out. There's the dandelion starting to come in. Distant loop. Even after the age of adulthood? Really? Did not know that. Oh, would you look at that? Cover all those. Yep. Let's get that done. These look to be done, so we'll do that. There we go. Don't need any of this. You're gonna pick that up? Okay, you can have those logs. That's fine. You go get your logs, and then we'll wait until that's done. How's this going? Yeah, they're finishing it, hopefully. This is lubricant. Okay, so this is a boost. It isn't actually the thing. Let's go. Housing. Double housing unit. We'll just start the tree off with this. Industry. Nah. Science. Bot part here. Bot part here. And then, what do they need for bot parts? Gears, planks, metal. So basically the same thing as before. Let's go small. Gears. Planks. Metal. They're gonna need power, aren't they? Well, crud. Did not think about that. Legal representation. To approve anything that is contractual. I don't know. That is not really my forte. Science, you. Charging. Charging. Double one of you. Do I need a ladder? I need a ladder. I need 2 ladders. Ladder. Ladder. No. Ladder. Still can't build on top of it. What the heck? What am I missing? Charging station. Small pile. This one is for you. This one is for you. This one is for... What do they need? Metal planks. Oh, planks. Planks. We need planks. Sleeping with clients is what drives me nuts. Yeah. That's extra bad. Does this not count as... What the heck? Do I have to... Does that have to be built first? Go. So I know none of you have power, because I want to build on top of this, and it will not let me. Can I build a storage there, maybe? Storage. Yeah, I just can't build another one of those directly on top. Okay. So, what if I do this? Another one of you. I guess you can't build directly on top of that anywhere. Weird. No. I can build on top of this. That's unusual. Male clients. Weird. That's some weird stuff. Not what I would normally be expecting. Let's get some more metal over here. Incoming. 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 Let's do power. Why in the world will it not let me build on top of this? What in the world is going on there? Does there need to be another ladder? Maybe? Okay, if I do that, now can I put in a windmill? Now I can put in a windmill. 2 windmills. We'll do 3 windmills. We'll do that, 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 that. Grab one of these. That can go in there, and then we'll just put blocks in. Actually, I could do 2 blocks here. Block, block. Storage for couple of the different parts. Usually it's always heads and bodies that they have issues with. And then we'll do power. I need these again. There we go. Power, you, there. Yep. When you're done, connect over to line obstructed. Ooh. Nope. Connect to... Can I connect to this one? Too steep. The other one's not? Okay. Weird. That one. That one. Do I have to make some kind of weird connection here? Can I go to this? Line obstructed. Okay. What about if I... Alright, that'll connect both of them. Sure, why not? You go there. You go there. These poor beavers. They are going to be seasick by the time they're done. Let's get some people in making bot stuff. Why not? We'll see if we can get some bots in before we're done. Oh, that's neat. I like that. Supply 96, so barely any wind at all. No power. Even though they should have plenty. You know what? We're just going to do this. And then well-being. Let's just surprise everybody, and we'll put the carousel right on top here. Cannot build at that height. Okay, well, then I guess we won't surprise everybody, and they'll have to figure it out. Can we put it on here? There we go. People making good stuff. I don't think that's the case. I like this, though. This is nice. Charging stations. We're just kind of making stuff to make stuff at this point. Okay, so is this done? This is done. Wonderful. Okay, let's destroy this. 'Cause that's keeping us from getting... Are they going to come over and pick all this stuff up? I think they are. Once they do that, we'll finish off that. Highest of priority, please, so all my water stops going out that way. There we go. Wonderful. Delete all of this. There we go. Close below contamination. That. You. Close above contamination. This. my experience goes to... Yeah, that seems to be the case. But they're still in progress, so I mean, they haven't even got their, like, big ending thing yet. You couldn't have just finished? Okay, whatever. I guess we'll get it tomorrow. There's all the builders. They're picking that stuff up. And one guy to come and finish. No. Really? 4%? He left 4%. Nice. And they're like, nah, I'm just picking stuff up and going home. By the time they get home, they won't have to worry about it. Are you coming down to actually fix the sluice? Yes, there we go. Alright, we don't need that, this, that, any of those, and we'll fill this in. We don't technically need to fill that in, but we're still going to. And that should fix bad water issues. Also, hopefully fills this back up. Yes, it is. Okay, good. Hey, we have 7 extra. Food and water are still fine. Is this going up? It is going up. Wonderful. Okay. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Carousel. On top of the middle tower. Awesome. My phone just suddenly decided that it was going to go nuts for a bit. That does happen every once in a while. I didn't see death's last posture check and hydrate. Well, seems like a good time to take a drink anyway. Gotta admit, that is a heck of a place to put a carousel. Not only are you way up in the air with no seatbelt whatsoever, you're literally right above one of these grinders. It just seems like a rough place to be. But, I don't know, maybe they're going for the thrill. Who knows? Let's see. Alright, phone, calm down. There we go. Alright, phone is calmed down. I don't know what they want at the end of the night, but it's okay. $9.2. Well, we may not get in the 2 big things, but we've got a place for both of them at least. Too far from a district. Well, there. Bot heads. Who's working on the bot heads? Your bodies, your arms, oh. My bad. Somebody needs to be assigned to the bot heads. You guys are pretty much done. Gears, we're a little low on. We just got to get more, I think, in and out of there. If I do another... Can I do another large one? Cannot be built at that height. No. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, maybe they'll get the Fountain of Joy in. I don't see him going to this one very often either. Maybe it has to be surrounded by something before it works? I'm not 100% sure. If I do this... There we go. That's what it is. It doesn't think there's a path there right behind it. So now maybe they'll start using those zip lines. Alright, that one looks a bit like a sword. I'm not going to talk about that one. This is just a log. This is storage log. The bots, they have everything except that. So, oh look. Bot assembler. Are these guys... They don't have much in the way of lubricant, but they have a little bit. We're low on planks again. Does not surprise me. These are needing pressed together, but I don't care. We can have 7 plant-murdering beavers. That just means they're pretty much normal beavers. Fruit salad. Who's making fruit salad? Is that one of you? What's this? Fruit salad. Okay. Are we just low on grapes? We should be low on grapes. No. Get some haulers in there. Get the fancy apples made. Get them all made. And then fermented. Yeah. Is this the only fermenter for that? Fermented fruit. Yeah. They like the aesthetics of this faction. Pelts are okay, but their hate of water is annoying. It can be. I usually don't have my beavers go down into the water very much. Ember pelts work really well with, I think, how I play in general. These are nice. I like them. I wish we could do a little bit more decorating to the trees. But who knows? Maybe it's coming. The wind is just so dang unreliable, though. And this, maybe I ought to change this for the large one. Let's just do that. Since I can't build up any higher anyway, this gives more power. I'm at 10k, so I only got 2k of science left. Oh, excuse me. Look at that. They're building that in there pretty well. In fact, they just have planks left. That's what used up all my planks. Maybe we should do... Well, I don't have enough beavers to do anything else, really. Until I get... Are these oaks? No, those aren't oaks. Those are willows. Apples. I even have whatever that is. Fancy apples now. Until I get some bots. Speaking of which, I have bots. Can I switch you over to bots? I can switch you to bots. Oh, that cost 5 grand. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Can I make you bots? Nope. What else? What can I make bots that's fairly cheap? Oh, I know what we can make bots that's fairly cheap. Lumber press, 1.5. Alright, well. You know what? That can be Treebot 1. There you go. Alright, well that's fine. Make you Treebot 2. And now we're even on beavers, I guess? Even beavers? There you go. This somehow... Alright, okay, well. Storage. Medium tank? Nope, can't do that. Small tank. These on the bottom? Yeah, they're on the bottom. So we'll just do that. Another large one on top here. After I put a ladder in. 2 ladders. There we go. Power. There. That. Berries could go through dead berry plants, but then brambles would too. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, wish there was a lot more that could grow on the road and you could just take care of with roads on it. But I see the point of roads also not doing that, so we're at 11K. We might make it there. We got about 1,000 science to pick up the last piece. We'll put it right on top there, too. No good selected. I think these were for extract. 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 There we go. There we go. We've got... There are no planks in this whole place. Didn't I put... I guess I don't have planks. I have logs. Anything that needs logs should be good to go. I wonder if you build two trees right next to each other, do they try and just bind together? Yeah, looks like they do. You could build like a whole wall of just trees, vertical trees, and just have everything vertically as high as it'll go. Come on, science, you can do it. Halfway there. Maybe another day or so. I don't think we're going to get in these. Giant tree border wall. Kind of like the giant... Like the Attack on Titan walls. They're made out of titans. These are made out of all of the houses. All of the beavers, I guess. Look at that. We've got enough of those. We've got plenty of those. Really, maybe I just need more fermented chestnuts. Another chestnut fermenter. Chestnut fermenter. Let's prioritize that so that they always have chestnuts. Maybe that'll help. Storage. Is this on the bottom or on the top? On the bottom. So that. Chestnuts. Chestnuts? Chestnuts. Chestnuts coming in. You. There. Fermented chestnuts. 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 Chestnuts going out. There we go. Let's see if that helps. I don't care about going out. It just needs to be going in. There we go. Instantly we get some more. These, it doesn't look like we're going to need anymore, so they can go. How's this? It's close. Hey, we got our 12K, though. This cannot be built at that height. Okay. How much does it need? 600. This will generate. Why? Let me build higher. All of my other ones have toppers on them. Maybe this one. These. Alright, alright. Well, we'll do this. It'll just be for the looks for now. There you go. I'm not sure that looks any better than the observatory. Yeah, there definitely needs to be some kind of, like, giant branches or something. Wise or something. It's just... beautiful aesthetic that... it's kind of weird. do. And we'll say that... Holy cow. How did they already get that built so quickly? There's the blocks. They're not going to have the gears for that. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Accommodation should be accommodation branch. It just juts out of the tree, branching this way and that. You should be able to build out, yeah, like branches that you can go on and put more industry on and have a whole tree full of, here's our giant industry tree, here's our giant living tree. I mean, it's cool, and it's a cool idea. The trees themselves, like this stuff, awesome. But then you have trees like this. That are just kind of questionable, maybe. Maybe that's a good word. Gears and treated planks. Well, I don't think I'm going to get through either of those, but you never know here. No, we've only got a couple minutes left. But I'm not building anything else, really. Oh, I have 4 bots that aren't doing anything. Do I have 4 bots that aren't doing anything? I do have 4 bots that aren't doing anything. If I make the lumberjacks bots, do they still get the tree killer buff? Let's find that out real quick before we go. Well, there's lumberjacks. Because if not, we'll just have bots cut down the trees. They didn't? Well. You're right, they don't. Maybe that's a good way to do it. Plant murderer, where are you working at? Gather flag. Okay, maybe you were working somewhere else before. Refinery, nope. Lumberjack flag. Which lumberjack flag are you working at? Ah, that one. And that one. Lumber press, gather flag, refinery, builder's hut, and unemployed. Whoever's injured. There. Should be enough to get rid of those injuries. There we go. That's coming along a lot faster than I thought. Where did I put that other bot? Bots. Put all of them on. Back to you. Back to you. There we go. We'll go through the loophole that bots don't have feelings, so they don't care if they cut down the trees. And that'll take care of the plant murderers. So we solved that. Not quite the way I thought we would, but we solved that. Let's see. We still got plenty of metals, so I'm not too worried about this. This is good. This will just take... Oh! Look at that! Look at that. Somebody just needs to come over here and finish it. 96, 97, 98. Hey! Would you look there? Well, we almost got all of those done in our normal time. They're doing quite a bit. But I think we're going to call it there for the evening. The Leafcoats were fun. I'm hoping we get a little bit more out of them. Definitely maybe some Ys in the tree or branches. I'm sure there'll be a final monument that we can get for it. But yeah, great faction. Great idea. Good map. If you want a good map, go find all of Kinder's maps. They're really fun. Great for streaming. Make some easy things and just good all around. So let's see. Anybody on Twitch that I can raid that I know? Kinder is on doing board games. Let's see. Let's raid Kinder since we're playing her map. And raid her over there, tell her the map was great. But until then, just going to say thank you very much for stopping by. I should be back streaming on Wednesday with Wandering Village, and back next week, hopefully with 1.0 here. But until then, just want to say thank you very much for stopping by, and hope to see you next time. Bye!